talk about Nate Diaz. We've been talking about Nate Diaz for a while.
We talk about Nate Diaz all the time because he's also one of the biggest stars in the sport.
Yeah, but he actually has a fight now.
Yeah, against
it's a
who
real
saw
thing.
this coming? He's going to fight Leon Edwards in the co-main event of UFC 262. Okay, he's going to fight Leon Edwards, who's a welterweight. So Nate is going to fight a welterweight at welterweight. There was talk about him moving down to lightweight again, or maybe fighting a lightweight at welterweight.
Right.
He's going to fight a legit top contender at welterweight, probably the guy that deserves the title shot that Masvidal is getting at UFC 261. However, that fight's going to happen. Nate Diaz versus Leon Edwards. And it's going to be the first, according to a tweet I read, the first 5-round co-main event in UFC history.
Really?
Yeah, so there's going to be a 5-round fight for some reason. Usually it's only the main events that are 5 rounds. And originally it was just title fights that were 5 rounds, I think.
Well, that is interesting,
But
especially
why?
because I don't know why. And it's Nate Diaz's first fight back. Why were you okay, let's make him fight 5
Nate
rounds.
Diaz is a notorious slow starter, so I think that's why. I think probably Nate Diaz wants it to be.
Oh, so maybe he negotiated this?
Yes.
Okay, this
and they
is what
want
I'm
to
doing.
sell a bunch of tickets for this. Is going to be in Houston with a full slate of fans there, and they want to sell a bunch of pay-per-views, right? And that fight, Nate Diaz, they want Nate Diaz in the octagon, so he had negotiating power there. So
Okay.
I don't know this for a fact, but I would guess if I'm a notorious slow starter who usually comes on strong to win the fight in the last rounds, then I would want it to be a 5-round fight. Interesting fight. I'm excited about it. I'm just excited Nate finally has a fight lined up.
I'm excited that he finally has a fight because as one of your editors,
You're my editor-in-chief. My editor-in-chief.
I have often been reading things about Nate Diaz coming back, but I was like, is he really? Is it ever going to happen?
I write often about whether who's next. Somebody else called Nate. People love
to call him out. Yeah.
And people love to read about people that want to fight Nate Diaz.
So I'm curious what you think, because here's my deal. If you are our best fight friends and been with us for a long time, I've been watching the UFC pretty solidly for a year now. Which means I don't really know that much about Nate Diaz inside the cage in a real fight. I have seen Leon Edwards fight, but that doesn't really help me when I haven't seen Nate Diaz fight. So what do you think about this matchup?
I think it's an interesting matchup. I think that if you're Edward, you feel pretty strong about how that you've solidified your standing as the best welterweight in the world besides Kamaru Usman, the champion, and that you're going to prove that against a named commodity. That's not even a term. A notable name in Nate Diaz.
Yeah.
And if you're Nate Diaz, honestly, I think you think I'm Nate Diaz. I've been in there. I'm the one that beat up Conor McGregor when everybody thought that McGregor was unstoppable. And in his last fight, he fought Jorge Masvidal. In that fight was stopped on cuts. Masvidal was winning the fight, obviously. The cut was bad, but in many, many places outside of New York, they would have kept that fight going. And Diaz, again, a notorious slow starter, so he probably thinks he was going to win that fight. Mm. I think that this is an interesting, compelling fight. I haven't seen the odds for the fight yet, but always remember when you're looking at the odds market that Nate Diaz is so popular that some of the odds are based on the amount of people that will bet on both sides and want basically an equal amount. So if you're a really popular guy in Diaz, you're going to get bets on you more than... Right. So I'm saying, I don't know. I'm interested in the fight. I don't know who wins it. I hope I get to go to 262.